Matthew, and this is What's Matthew Making. Today we're making gnocchi soup, and this recipe is a copycat of Olive Garden's gnocchi soup. So the recipe calls for 3 to 4 boneless chicken breast, a stalk of celery chopped, half a cup of white onion, half a cup of shredded carrots, salt and pepper to taste, a teaspoon of thyme, 16 ounces of potato gnocchi, 2 cups of half and half, and 1 cup of fresh spinach, roughly chopped. And we have all of it right here. We didn't do the prep on camera because it takes 10 minutes for a professional chef to do it, and it would take me half an hour to do it. Step 1, heat the olive oil. Okay, so let's turn our pan on, medium high, and looks about right, and slowly it will spread. It says medium heat. Might need to do this a little bit to kind of move it around manually. Okay, so now that we have the olive oil heated, it's time to add the celery. We have a lot of it. Now we don't actually need to cover the whole pan in olive oil. All we need to do is just saute the vegetables. Now we add the onions. The garlic and carrots. And now it's time to saute them for about 2 minutes. Now that we cooked it or sauteed it until the onions are translucent, which means partially visible or partially transparent, it's time to cook the chicken until it's white on the side, and then add the salt and pepper to taste. This doesn't have a specific time because our chicken will be the timer. And then, so let's add our thyme. And then our salt and pepper. You can put however much you want in it. Same with the pepper. Okay, let's stir it a bit. Let's add some of our pepper now. So we don't actually want to cook the chicken all the way. We just want it to be white on all of its sides. And as you can see, it has quite a lot of white in there. I think we're ready to move on to our next step. Adding the broth. It says to put in 4 cups of broth, and this is a 4-cup container. Now you guys can't smell this, but it's smelling pretty good. And the sound, it went away. That's a good sign. Okay. So now we have to stir it a little bit. And just let it boil. While turning the heat a little bit up on medium-high. Now for the fun part. Now that it's finally boiling, it's time to add our actual gnocchi. And then we have to let it boil for 3 to 4 more minutes. Now, let's get a big spoon and kind of hand pour it in, and some, okay. So scrap that idea, it's pretty slow. And since if your hands are really clean, really wash them, you can put it in by hand. Make sure not to actually splash yourself though, that would be bad. You know what? We can just dump it in and learn from my mistakes. Don't try the other methods. If you do this, it kind of works as a shield. Kind of. Its effectiveness is high enough. And pile the gnocchi on each other so it doesn't splash in your face. And now, let's kind of get it all settled in, kind of mixed up well. And as you can see, our chicken looks good. It's nice and cooked. And we have big chunks of it in the packaging like this. We have to kind of break that up. I probably should have done it before pouring it in. Learn from my mistakes. Give it a really good stir. Mix it all up. And then you have to let it boil for 3 to 4 minutes. More watching a pot. After letting our gnocchi boil for 3 minutes, it's time that we reduce the heat and simmer it for 10 minutes. This isn't a quick, short recipe. You kind of have to be determined on making this. But in the end, we will find if the payout is worth it. Okay, now that it's been simmering for a long time, off camera, we took a bite of the chicken and it was definitely fully cooked. And now, it's time to put in the half and half, and then the spinach. We gotta stir up the half according to the directions. And then, looks kind of stirred. And then, time to put in the spinach. And then, we mix it all around and let it cook for about 1.5 minutes. This looks good. We've let the spinach simmer for a couple of minutes. It's looking soft, and and our soup looks ready. Everything about it I would want in a soup. So we're gonna put it in some bowls and let it cool, and then we're gonna have a taste test pretty soon. Now we have it all served and cooled into a nice little soup bowl. So now it's a moment of truth. Hot. Okay, so clearly 2 minutes is not enough time to let it cool, but the taste is good. The chicken is amazing with the pepper and thyme. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you liked this video. And then if you're new here, maybe subscribe. And until the next time, bye.